So, a couple disclaimers. One, I had to create Kyuss the God, so this could be a very quick fight. It may be 2 rounds, just so you're aware. Two, I put a link in. I'll relink it again. So everybody has fate points remaining, I believe, or at least some. Oh, you used all your Snowflake?
Never had any.
Yeah,
I wasn't there when they got them.
Gotcha.
I never wrote those down either.
I can't get it to work.
We had 6.
Yep, you got
and
6
I
to start.
used 1.
Okay.
I think somebody used 2 last week, didn't they?
I think Ren did.
I did. Yeah, I'm at 4.
It runs down to 4.
Ooh.
Yeah,
So
I can't
get-
see that link.
I can get a
Oh.
long rest.
See it, huh?
I can see it there, but it's not clicking for me.
Did you click the dragon head itself?
Yep.
Huh. Oh, no.
Oh, you can use fate points for a long rest?
Yeah, 4 of them.
What?
Yep.
Hey, can I borrow 4 fate points, guys?
I'll give you 2.
It's still not working for me.
Really?
I'll use 4.
Okay, sounds good.
I got the little box that you popped up on my screen, Greg, so...
Did you? Weird.
How far away is this guy? 2 ways away.
He's right smack in the middle.
He is, yep.
Anywhere from 10 to 100 feet away.
Those big red lines are his arms, right? Where he
Correct.
shot out the worms.
Yep.
I don't know if I've used any of those.
I don't remember none of that shit.
I don't think you did either. I think the only person that's used them is Ren Haleth, right? And Talon, did you use one too?
I've never used one.
You've never used one.
I have Lucky, so I never even thought about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You know what? I'll use 4 to get a long rest.
Alrighty.
I'll use 4 to get a long rest too. I need spells for
All right.
smites. Daddy needs some smites.
Alright, so that means Ren doesn't have any, and that means Merrick doesn't have any.
I thought we got 6.
Yeah, he has 2
Oh.
left. He has 2 left.
I should have 2 left.
Greg, I wish you'd have asked me about building Kyuss to God.
I looked at the one that was in the AL after you guys were talking about it.
Oh, you're talking about the one for Windows of the Past?
Yeah. I looked at it. It's
No, you got it.
yeah. I mean, I looked at it. I like mine better. Just kidding.
I don't care.
I'm just teasing you. I actually had him all built prior to you even saying anything. He's been built for like 4 weeks. So yeah. We'll see. We'll see how he goes. I think we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So you're expecting this fight to last 2 rounds, so either we're going to die very
Right.
fast, or we're going to kick his ass.
It's one or the other. I don't know. No, I think it'll last. Well, we'll chat about it in a minute. So, all right. So, who else was taking? I got Merrick. Are you taking a long rest too?
Yeah.
All right. I think did I give you yours?
Oh, hell, I'll
No.
take a long rest if we're coming up. Well, we'll get one.
Well, it's if you want to use 4 of your fate points for it.
Sure.
All right. And I know Snowflake, poor guy, doesn't have any. I know.
I'm fine with that. It is what it is, man.
I understand. Talon offered 2. If somebody else wants to offer 2, or 1 and 1, or if you guys want to do that, that's fine.
I'll offer 2 for Snowflake.
I appreciate it, and if you're going to, that's great, but you may want to use them for the fight, man.
I can give you 1.
Yeah, let's just do it. Just do it up. I got luck anyway, so.
Because I'll just reuse my 9th slot for the Merrick spell anyway.
The Merrick may want the spell, so you got two of mine.
Well, I will need that spell. I'm sure this is going to be some mind control happening here.
All right. So who's giving him points then?
Well, if other people are going to give, I'll give one.
Yeah, makes more sense that way.
I give two to
Okay.
Snowflake. That way,
So that's
way
three.
he's got his four.
Alrighty.
Well, Hayla said she was giving him one. So
Wait, if Merrick is the one that's going to benefit from the spell, you're not going to give up one for the spell that he's going to cast on you?
Who, what? Sure.
you could cast it on Spaz there, Russell.
Yes, I could, but I've always been casting it on him.
Spaz
Right,
doesn't
so,
need it.
So it's time to change it up. Give it to someone else.
I
Why
see
don't you roll
where
a
this
dice
is
and see
going.
who gets it?
You know what?
A D6. Roll a D6, and we'll just go across the top. So Spaz is
All right,
rolling-
but here's how the D6 is. Here's how the D6 is splitting up.
and
1 to
Puff in
3. 1 to 3, it goes to Puff. 4 to 6, it goes to Black Angus.
Well, if that's the way it's going, then I'm not giving up one.
Has it ever gone to anyone else? But I'm quite fine with you guys keeping them and using them in those fights, because it looks like there's some good things you can use in there to like make them miss and auto saves and all that other kind of crap.
Each round, there's a possibility of more potential actions.
Feeling like I probably shouldn't have used mine for long rest. I don't know.
Oh, it's up to you.
Save them, guys. I'm not going to take the long rest. Save them, please.
Are you sure? Don't you have exhaustion too?
No, I got rid of that the last long rest we did.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right, I'm taking one back.
Okay.
Well,
I have a feeling we'll need a lot more than me getting a long rest for a few spell slots. I could do a cat nap on myself for a short rest, but
No, you can't, because we're getting ready to be in the midst of it.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you know, a short rest, I could get back some of my spell slots, but not very many.
I have to say no to that question.
I never even knew there was a band named that until I did a search for some Kyuss pictures.
Nope, I can say I've never listened to that.
so who took a short rest or a long rest? Because I could give you a speech while we're doing that.
Talon did. Talon took a long rest.
Well,
I took one.
Talon never listens to my speeches.
I took one.
But I took one.
But
Doesn't it take you like 10
We-
minutes to give the speech?
this long rest actually didn't take 8 hours, did it?
No, it didn't take.
Oh well, I guess we're
So it
using
didn't
fate
remove
points.
any of the...
Correct.
So you don't need to give us another one.
Oh, it did remove your 10 pit points. It automatically does that in the game. I'm sorry. I didn't look to see you had them still.
No, I didn't have any left anyway.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I'll just go ahead and do it again.
Okay.
Because you removed mine.
Yeah, it automatically does it.
Blah 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 blah. Speech. Don't die.
Best one yet.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
don't you have
abridged
to talk
version.
for 10 minutes before?
We did the time warp.
Yep, time stop.
It's the abridged version.
All right, so we talked about fate points, talked about the god. That was it. Any other last words? I mean, any other comments?
We're at the top of this. All right, you're going to give us a description anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you.
Last words, bite me. Figuratively and literally.
Right. So, what happened was, as you all were coming up the stairway, up the whole 750 feet, Haleth kind of went up the steps to peer onto the top there. And on the top, she saw what was a large, it's a 100-foot wide circular platform. At the center stands a square pedestal surrounded by 4 L-shaped pillars that are upside down. On top of the L's, the short arms of the L, is stands a 15-foot tall trapezoidal-shaped pinnacle of black rock. The surface of the monolith was writhing, as if there was a vortex of thousands of worms that burrowed just below the glossy surface of the object. As she kind of got up there, then what happened was that the clouds in the sky suddenly took a horrific green coloration. There was a spiraling pattern that writhes and begins to uncoil, forming slow-moving tentacles of clouds that reach down toward the spiral. So essentially, like tornadoes. They look ominous, but they don't quite reach the top of the spire. There was a wave of sort of chilling necromantic energy that washed out from the monolith in all different directions. It kind of rippled the distortion in the air and extended out as far as you could see. And on one side of the monolith, which was your side facing there, you saw these 2 turrets of probably about, I think I said they were about 10 feet wide, of worms that just came shooting out, and they formed what appeared to be like this undulating, it looked like a snake of worms all together. And one went out one way, which is the red arm to the northeast. The other one went on the other way, and then it formed fingers. And in between that, you saw what materialized was this large sort of mace. It looked like an executioner mace that was there. And you started to see these arms kind of out there, and the mace is in its hand. So that's pretty much what you had seen. Then I think I even gave you an image, which is obviously the image on the background, but it's also this one as well. You can see his mace. However, all you see is his arms right now. You don't see his body or the cape or anything like that. And that's where we had left off. Oh, can we roll for initiative?
No, I'm rethinking this.
I don't think so. I'll roll his initiative.
Holy crap. Those are some bad rolls with advantage. The dice fixed again.
Yeah, Talon, you beat me.
And
How
then
do you
Kyuss
beat a god?
And then Kyuss rolls with disadvantage and gets an 18.
Yeah, I know.
As level 20 characters, aren't we all gods, basically?
I don't think so.
We're gonna find out.
I feel far from godlike, but whatever.
We're gonna find out. So, and then if you see on the on his character sheet, I only see the effects. So, destruction of the vortex has led him to be incapacitated for the next 2 rounds. So you're able to get 2 free rounds of attacks. And then destruction of the minions in Alhaster has disabled 2 of his abilities, which was the Divine Blast and Divine Aura, which you don't know what they are, but trust me, just be glad that they're off. And then the other thing is with destruction of vortex, he has disadvantage on checks, attacks, and saves.
Jeez, talk about tying his arms behind his back.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, it's the 2 that aren't tied behind his back that I'm worried about, though.
Alright, so as I run up the stairs, once Haleth mentions that, I dip some arrows on the way up the stairs.
Alrighty. Oh, I gotta do Ingus, I'm sorry.
We may see Puff's first attack here since it's not going to matter one way or the other.
Alright, we good to go?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll crest the stairs and start running across. As I run across, I'm going to drink a potion of haste.
Okay.
And I will move.
Okay.
As my bonus action, I'll go ahead and move my hunter's mark over onto him.
Okay.
And does the haste give me an additional action this turn or next turn? Starting on this turn or next turn?
It would be the same as the spell.
Okay. So then with my action, I'll go ahead and take some shots.
All right. Good.
And I'll make them anathema shots.
Okay. First one misses.
That's what I was afraid of. Alright, I'll use Stalker's Flurry.
Mhm.
Ugh, you gotta be kidding me. Alright, I'll take a second shot.
That one hits.
And my Dread Ambusher.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it.
All right. Caliph.
Okay, before I even move,
Yeah.
I would be rolling at advantage, right? Because he's just incapacitated.
Yeah, I believe so. I'd have to look at the conditions again.
It says he's incapacitated. I just
Yep.
want to make sure.
I didn't get advantage.
Oh, you didn't actually. You're right.
It doesn't give you advantage for incapacitated.
Incapacitated just means he can't take actions. I misspoke. I think it's paralyzed that gives you advantage. Sorry, I've only
So
been
I don't
playing
get
D&D for
advantage.
5 years.
No, apparently not.
Yeah.
Can I retcon what I just did then?
Sure,
Because
you
I'm
can.
going to do something else.
Yep.
Does he actually know we're there yet, though?
Oh yes, he knows you're there.
He's a god. He knows all.
Wasn't done.
Oh, sorry. Get excited.
I've never seen a DM look so cheerfully towards TPK in the group.
I'm giving you 2 rounds.
All right, when I get there, I'm going to shoot, and then I'm going to go over the, like there's a ledge, right? That I
Yep,
can just
there
climb
is.
over the side.
Mhm. Yep.
I don't know why I rolled with advantage that time.
What's your first?
That would be 23.
That would have been a miss. Why don't you roll again?
That's my second shot.
All right.
All right, I go over the edge and
Uh-huh.
then hide
I'm
there.
sorry. Okay, sounds good. You're just 5 feet over the edge. Just over the.
Yeah, I'm just over out of
Uh-huh.
his sight.
Okay. Sounds good. What would you like Puff to do?
Oh, okay. Puff flies forward, gets to the top of the stairs, looks around, and immediately turns around and heads back down the stairs to the
He,
lower level.
he doesn't go back to his ethereal plane.
You coward! Get back here! So he's down on,
Yeah.
on the next level down.
Gotcha. See ya. All right, Black Angus.
Black Angus is all in. He's hungry.
Oh boy.
He's gonna move to there and attack.
Okay.
That's it for Black Angus.
All right, sounds good. Snowflake.
Okay. Did that sound excited? I have to ask a question. This is kind of a metagame question, but I
Sure.
have to ask the question anyway and see if you will answer it.
Okay.
Answer's
Does
blue.
he? It's a two-part question.
Oh my god.
Does he get right now, since he's incapacitated? Does he get legendary actions? And does he count as a creature?
He does get legendary actions. And does he count as a creature? That's an interesting question. He does have he does have a classification, if that's what you're looking.
Okay, but he does get legendary actions.
Oh yeah.
Well, never mind dominate monster then.
Legendary resistance he gets.
I was just gonna try and end the fight real quick and dominate him and tell him to pull his arms back in and let the portal close.
Nice.
I'm just checking a spell real quick.
Sure.
I mean, how many legendary actions could a god actually have?
Ah, that's the question, isn't it?
Three.
All of
Ancient
them.
dragons get 3. You go from there. And he's already not fitting in a 20 by 20 cage, is he?
Oh.
Let's just go with the sunbeam for now.
Okay.
I think he still takes half. Let me just double check. Yes, half damage. And he is not blinded. And I am going to fly over to there.
Okay.
Matter of fact, yeah, that's good. I'll just stay there. And I'm done.
Alrighty.
I'll move to there. I'm gonna cast Aura of Purity.
Hey, you'll have to link that. I was gonna say I know nothing about that.
So 30 feet. Each non-hostile creature in the area, including you, cannot become diseased. Has resistance to poison damage. Has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. I do not have an effect for it, so I just realized it.
Alright.
It is concentration though, so I'll have to do concentration checks.
Okay,
Want me to
dokie.
just put something on?
I got it. I'll put it on there.
Alright, thanks.
Yep.
So that'd be my turn.
What level spell is that again?
Level
Four.
4.
Really?
It sounded cool. I figured,
So if I go opposite Ren there, do I get advantage?
If you hover over Ren, I've got his thing set for 30 feet, so you can see where you would be.
No, but I mean opposite. As opposite.
I was just saying.
Oh, yeah, you get advantage. Yep.
So I'm moving to south of Ren there.
Okay.
I forgot all
Yeah,
about
no.
staying within 30 feet.
I'll hammer him.
Alrighty, sounds good. There you go on that crit train again. Nice job.
So can I blow a god?
Excuse me?
Can I blow a god back? with the crit, you know?
Oh, no, you can't. He's too big.
Okay.
I had no
Never
poker
lived
face,
that
did
one,
I?
I was being really. I gave you the big pause there, guys.
I know. Funny.
We're supportive of all experiences.
Yeah.
That's true.
2019, I'm all about diversity.
Best it's gonna get you, Merrick, is to die last.
How are we doing on that damage bar? Pretty good?
Got one more attack here.
Alright.
Yeah, that damage bar is not really moving.
Yeah.
I didn't have him selected for all of that.
Really? No, you didn't, did you? Did your damage go on him?
No, I'll do that now.
Alright, cool. That's a hit. The second one's a hit.
Oh, nice. Advantage on, oh, you already get advantage on attack rolls.
And then I'm going to action surge,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to hit him with a blight.
Okay.
His plus is my save.
Yeah, so he's gonna automatically save against everything, isn't he?
That didn't do anything to him.
Nope, he's into that damage.
But thanks for playing the game, Merrick. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my turn.
It is your turn.
All right. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Crown of Stars at level 8.
Alright.
Do I need a? Am I down below the stairs where I can't see him really?
You're kind of wherever you want to be at this point. Yes, I do have you marked there, but if you want to be someplace else within that stairs, you're more than welcome to be.
Well, I'm going to get up high enough just where I can see him and throw a star and then run back downstairs.
Alright.
I don't think it's going to make a whole lot of difference, but hey, who knows?
Alright.
All right. Here goes for nothing. Yes. And I'll run back down the stairs.
Alrighty, gotcha.
I've never seen anyone excited not to draw the attention by missing.
Alrighty, so Kyuss, this turn, you see that his body is continuing to sort of form. You see that he has this long, ragged, sort of brown cowl. It's all got holes and everything in it. You now can see his eyes, and his head is, even though he's incapacitated, he is turning around and kind of looking around the room. You see his arms are still out there forming this large mace, which is now fully formed at this point.
All right. Is there a height difference on either of these areas here?
So the entire area is, those are platforms below. So so each of those platforms is about 40 feet down. Yeah, so only 4 of them are 40 feet. The next ones are like 80 feet. They go all the way down, spiraling down.
Okay. I'll move back over here and take some shots.
Okay.
Boy, he resisting all the different elements.
Well, yeah, you hit him with lightning this time. Yep.
Yeah, well, I hit him with cold on the first shot and lightning on the second.
Yep.
Since I'm out of his sight, do I get advantage?
You don't. He has true sight.
You didn't think you was going to pull that on the god, did you, Haley?
She tried.
Always ask.
I like it. Yeah, right.
Haley, is that your little pet name?
I think you need to get up here and touch him with that hand.
Hey,
Leela.
that's Haley.
You need to quit telling me what to do with my character, is what I'm going to say.
Oh, snap.
I got
Remember you
plans.
using it once.
I didn't tell you what to do.
Next thing you know, Hallis is behind Merrick, putting out the left hand.
I actually forgot to take my second shot.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Too busy throwing shade at people.
Hey, I like it. I'm in your corner on that one. It's my pet peeve.
Puff will just fly and
Keep
find
going.
a good place to hide. He's just listening, going, "Oh man, he never paid me."
Yeah, right.
No place in the world is going to be good enough soon.
Talon, just remind Puff
I'll
that
take
you
it.
don't have to pay those fish to Black Angus now.
All right, I was just typing something. Sorry. Yep. So Puff is done. How about good old Black Angus?
He's in the fight, man. He wants to eat some worms. That's it.
That's for you, Mike.
Alright, attack. Oh, is that the effect of the...
Yeah,
Or
I
period
think
and-
so. Yeah. Okay.
okay, it's on your
Snowflake.
spell. Wait, man.
I have another question.
All right.
The portal is magical, correct? And the portal is not part of Kyuss, correct?
You're talking about the monolith?
I'm talking about the portal that he is
He's coming out of the
pushing his
monolith.
way. Okay, so the monolith is magical,
Yeah,
and it's not part of Kyuss, correct?
it is. He's actually coming out of it.
I guess what I was asking is do I think I could dispel magic on the monolith and that would shut the gate?
Gotta try, see what happens.
It also makes me wonder, didn't we need to destroy the monolith instead of him? Wasn't destroying the monolith stopping him? I don't know. I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to attempt to dispel magic on the monolith.
Okay.
So I need a spell check and pray to God that I roll like a 20.
Let's see here.
And I'll do it in the tower for you.
All right. Sounds good. So Snowflake, you cast the spell, and you see the spell actually hits. You can see kind of the visualization of the spell hitting the monolith, and the monolith pulses, and it appears like all of a sudden he grows another 10 feet faster for a short period of time. It does not dispel it.
Okay, and bonus action, I will hit him with a sunbeam.
Okay.
Just in case he can fail it. Nope, never can. And I'm done.
Alrighty. Ren.
Attacking. Do a level 4 smite.
Okay.
Damn it.
I'm gonna start glowing, and then I'm gonna use an action surge to attack him.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
Well, that wasn't very effective.
Not at all.
With advantage, even.
Yeah, I think his AC is up in like 25 or so.
Aye.
That's why I was skipping my great weapon bonus.
Yeah, that's why I'm not using my sharpshooter either.
Spaz.
Spraz is pretty, so he looks out, runs up, throws a
Alright.
star.
Okay.
Swing!
Radiant works good on him, guys.
That's what these stars are.
There you go.
I'm going to run right to there. And I'm going to reach out and touch him and cast plane shift.
I love it.
I was like, you have some friends in the city of Brass. I'm going to send you there.
I love it. All right, sounds good.
Great, he rolls a 1.
he
Oh
did.
my god.
Oh, but he uses a legendary resistance.
That's okay.
Nice job. He can be spelled magicked.
But he has to roll a 1 against Spaz. The rest of it, he auto saves.
All right, well, I don't think I got any movement left, so that'll be it for me.
Alrighty.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
So as the gods look down upon you and see how you are doing, you can, from now on, you also can use a fate point for a second wind, even if you don't have that ability, and you can use it to add +10 to your spell DC. However, Kyuss is fully active at this point. As he looks around...
It's not the whole second. Oh, it is. Well,
As
I only got 2 turns.
Yeah, you got 2 rounds, my friend.
Oh, that's right. He's top of the order. I forget. I thought he was at the bottom. Damn it.
As he looks around and sees all of these mortals down at the ground here. He quickly takes his mace and swings over at Black Angus. And he hits.
Bye, Black Angus.
Fought valiantly.
You know, the DM picked on him first just to show you what he could do.
Uh-huh. And then he takes the other hand and slams down on Black Angus.
Maybe that's why I put him up there.
Hmm.
No.
And then, as he finally hits with that, you see that his hand sort of swings back, and as it does, the hand comes off and forms a ball, and this ball of worms goes flying towards Snowflake. Snowflake, I need a dexterity saving throw as this ball of Kyuss worms comes flying at you. The DC is 20. Nice. So you dodge the Kyuss ball as it comes flying at you.
Hold on a
Shit,
sec. Yeah, I think I have an effect on there from Ren,
Oh.
and that's 4 from him, right?
Yeah, it is.
So I'd still be at a 20.
Alrighty, gotcha. Alright.
Is there a range on that still?
It should be 30 feet. Isn't it 30? Or 60?
Yeah, 30.
Oh, you're outside of 30 feet then.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
That's
I'll
why I
take
said
it
I
out.
don't get the minus, or I don't get the
Oh,
+4.
Listening hard.
Oh man, I wish you would have rolled that first.
Yeah, I forgot.
Alright. Well, that would have been it would have been good because they're both bad. Oh, and that's all right. I'll wait till Nick. Talon, you're up.
Alright. With my action, I'm going to cast Swift Quiver.
Okay.
And then as my bonus action, I'm going to take a shot with a stunning arrow.
Okay.
Ooh, so 23 is maybe his... And is he immune to being stunned?
He is.
Shit, that's what I was kind of worried about.
You could try to apply it to him, but it won't apply.
And with my additional action from my haste, I'll go ahead and take another shot.
All right, nice hit.
And my extra attack.
Okay.
And there's no cover or anything, right?
No.
Alright. That's it.
All right. So for the next round, Kyuss gets another action. Aelith, you're up.
Sorry, I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Problem.
I was moving into position so that I could run up and touch him with the hand, but now I don't really want to. Wonder why.
Okay.
I'm just going to shoot him from where I'm at.
It's a hit? Oh, no, it's a miss. I'm sorry. Thought that said third. That's a miss, too.
I'll keep moving around to this side.
Well, at least we know 24 is the magic number.
Off is gone. Like Angus?
Still wants to eat.
Alrighty.
Black Angus turns into the Griffin avatar.
Miss. Black Angus go. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well.
Does he have a reaction?
Oh, yeah. Does.
With advantage.
He's getting heated against Black Angus. Black Angus is awesome.
Angus toast. Poof. Disappears.
Alright, well, bonus action, I'll do the star. I'm not even gonna. Oh, I have to do the attack on him, so it does half damage. And everything I've got is he's gonna resist, so I'll just cast a cantrip at him.
Okay.
Sorry, it's taking me a second to scroll up through it.
Oh! Oh my goodness. That would be Ren.
Thanks.
Not possible!
I didn't do it.
Well, I guess I'll just roll the damage and
Yeah.
you can apply the
Just,
critical. Is it a critical?
yeah, you just click the critical button and do your damage.
Then I can just apply it to him then, right?
Yep.
Same team.
Different day. I'll try and shoot the other 3 blasts at him.
All right.
No one does damage to our party like our party.
That's true.
Just realize that this is going to be tough for me to hit. And I'm done.
That one was close.
Yeah, but that spell I only get plus 5 to attack, and the other cantrips I have he's going to be immune to, which is necrotic and cold.
Yeah.
Glad you guys didn't waste your points on a rest for me.
You don't have anything to buff the rest of the party? If you can't do damage, maybe see if you can help somebody else out.
Nice, another hit. Eric.
Nope, I have no buff spells.
There you go. Nice hit.
And I dropped to my knees and prayed to Vecna for absolution and
I thought it was for something else.
So,
Hey, I still have my limited edition Vecna dagger. Does that give me anything from Haleth?
gives you resistance.
and I try to reach out and touch him and banishing.
Alrighty. Can you link the banishment spell for me, please?
He succeeded,
Oh, he did? Okay, gotcha.
but I still link it.
Yeah, if you don't mind, that'd be great. Thanks, sir.
And, well, I don't think I'm going to be out of his radius by stepping back by, like, 1, so just from what I know, it's actually 10. I'll go back 10, and I'll sling a star at him.
Look. Yep. Hit. Nice. Thanks for linking it, by the way. I just want to know what would happen if you upcast it.
Just more people.
Yeah, I saw that.
And let's see. That was my turn.
Alrighty. So for the 4th round, your fate points can be used to replace a 5th level or lower spell slot. Alright. Wings of Ren.
Oh, Greg, for some reason he's got my aura purity on him. I don't grant him my aura.
You didn't give it to him?
No.
Nice.
No aura for you.
I don't think it really helped him, but thank you. And then he slams up against Eric. Talon, he throws the worm ball at you. You need a save. This time it's a DC 21.
Keep your balls away from me. Is that Dex?
Yeah, Dex 21. Nice. It goes flying off the edge.
Alright, as my first action, I'm going to cast Rope Trick
Alrighty.
and just create a little room about 10 feet up, facing away from him.
Alright, sounds good.
Or actually, it doesn't matter. I think I can close the door on it or something. Well, I'll cast it away from him. And then I'll go ahead and use my second action to attack him.
Okay.
And I'll use my Stalker's Flurry.
Okay. That would hit.
And take my extra attack. And as a bonus action, I'll take another attack, my quick quiver attack.
Okay.
I'm amazed that you can cast a spell and do 4 attacks in a round.
Well, I got haste on me, and then I'll climb back up into my little cubby and disappear.
Alright. So suddenly you see that the clouds above start to churn, centered around him, and they sort of spread out in a radius of 360 feet. You see that lightning flashes and thunder booms and strong wind starts to roar. So everybody but Talon must make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it. I was like thinking to myself, I need to stand closer to Ren.
Oh, I
Ren,
get advantage too.
Ren, can you turn your effects off on me, please? Since I'm
Yeah, I
not
think
with
I
you right
did.
Okay, I'll try it then and see.
Yeah, turn them off on me as well, please.
One sec, yeah. Put this cool little buff up. Nobody wants it. Feelings,
Sorry,
guys.
man. It's not that we don't want it. Here, on your next move closer to me.
All right.
Hey, Ren, why did you roll it twice?
I forgot to roll an advantage. I think I get advantage with my thing. Oh, is it a spell?
It is a spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, he's
Yeah,
casting
okay.
a spell?
Yep. How far away are you?
I'm checking now. "50 feet, I'm counterspelling.
Okay, it's level 9
I
spell.
will attempt to. Sorry, I didn't realize he was doing a spell. I just thought he was doing
Alright.
another godlike thing.
Nope, it's a spell.
I didn't either.
Uh,
I didn't
so
realize
I'm doing a third. What do I need to roll?
it's a level 9 spell.
So I need a 19.
There you go.
Ignore those saves or
There
save
you
them for
go.
later.
No, thank you. I rolled a 5.
Halo.
I did see that, Hale. I did.
I was debating what I was gonna do. Alright, I will run up and try to touch him with the hand.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I had to find it again.
He's afraid. He's turning yeller.
I'll use a fate point and make that an automatic hit.
Alrighty, sounds good. Trying to read here. Hang on one sec. I had to find it.
When got ice cream, did you dispel it?
No,
Yeah,
it's-
he dispelled the whatever the spell was.
Yeah, he did. Lilith, I'm having a hard time here. Bear with me. Sorry. I'm
No
looking
worries.
for liquefied bones. I forget. What is it? I know that it obviously turns them to mush if they have bone. What else does it do? Anything else?
Nope. He needs to make a Constitution save.
Okay,
Can I use another fate point on that?
sure.
All right. So spell save is 28.
Alrighty, sounds good. Con save, you said?
Yep.
He fails. Question I have though is it bones only? As if he has bones, right?
It says if a creature has a skeleton, you can attempt to turn it into. Sorry. If a creature has a skeleton, you can attempt to turn its bones into jelly with a touch of the hand.
Thank you. Unfortunately, it's all worms, so it doesn't have a skeleton, sadly.
Well, in that case, I disengage and run.
Okay, sounds good. Nice job, though.
Back over the side.
Alrighty.
Hey,
That sucks.
Does.
hey, Merrick, didn't you say that he was taking damage from the radiant damage?
Yeah,
Was it half damage for you or full damage?
I think it was full.
Because my sunbeam's only doing half, and maybe I have something done wrong with it. I just thought I'd double check.
It
going
was full
half.
for Ren, too, I thought.
It's going half
Yeah.
because he's making a save.
Yeah, you have to make
Oh.
a save.
Right. Okay. Exactly. Bonus action. Can't even make him use up his legendaries. He is pretty tall, correct?
80 feet.
Well, I might as well use it now. Let's do a 5th level fireball on him up high enough that I don't have to worry about making all the rest of them immune.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ren and I are hacking away at his ankles. Or
Right.
his worm ankles.
So I get 2 extra d6s on that.
Okay.
I gotta stop and think for a second. Yeah, no, I'll just do it that way. Really? Oh, sorry, my eyes are fuzzing up on me. I thought I did 45, but he only took 11 damage. I'm done.
Level 2 smite.
Okay.
Bam. Level 5 smite. Level 4. Now I get one more attack because I crit.
Yep.
One smite.
Well, I'm going to use my wish spell.
Alrighty.
I wish to cast Hallow.
Oh. Okay.
And I plan on making him, making the area, the creatures affected in this area, other than us, is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Alright. That's good.
I don't have this coded.
Yeah, that's alright. I'm putting it in under the... You're casting it right on him, right?
Yep, I'm casting it. So that big circle there, that's 60-foot radius.
So the entire top floor.
Yeah, I got the rest of it here, I think. Yeah. It says they can't enter the area, but I don't know if he's a fey, fiend, or undead. He's probably a god, so...
Yeah, he's none of those.
It doesn't count as that, but...
Yep.
Even though I can make him where he's vulnerable to it, though.
Gotcha.
And, yeah, I'll throw a star at him.
Alright, sounds good.
Whoops, hang on. I'll just do my damage. And, your roll. And nothing goes off. And that's my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, so for the 5th level for fate points, you can cast a heal spell. And you can use a 6th level slot place. Alright, he casts a spell.
Counter spell with my free once a day counter spell.
Okay.
I'm assuming I will have to roll because it's only a third.
Yep. Yep.
I
you got
counter
a spell.
11th level or lower.
Yep, you countered it. Ellen.
Alright, with my haste action, I'm gonna dip 3 other arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And then with my normal action, I'll drop down out of my hidey hole and take a couple shots.
Alrighty.
First shot with an arrow, silenced arrow. And I will Stalker's Flurry that. And I will Lucky that. Jesus fucking Christ.
The effect was a vulnerability to radiant damage.
Gotcha.
I'll take my extra attack. Okay, so that one is a silenced. Can he be silenced?
Let me see. Let me look down his list. Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. And then with my bonus action attack, I'll just take another shot with some anathema.
Okay.
Oh boy. And then I'll climb back up
Alrighty. Sounds
into
good.
my little coward hole.
Alrighty. Is the Hello spell 60 feet circle?
Yeah, actually, I have to touch the ground where I did it.
Oh.
So it's got to shift over a little bit to the left there.
Alrighty, gotcha.
I just looked at it, like, oh, I just can't cast it out there. It says 60-foot
Touch.
radius. Spell radius includes the area, heart, hooks, blah, blah, blah.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So he takes his action. Gonna swing with the throw to Kyuss again. At Ren. Hits.
I'm gonna do my magic initiate one time. Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. That means you get to damage him back, I think.
Oh, he succeeded. Did he succeed?
Yeah, he succeeded in his dex save.
Oh,
And you
that's taking
succeeded your
damage.
concentration.
Does he take damage? And I have save? Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, that's good.
He swings again at you. This time not slamming. Oh. Oh. Ren loses his aura. And he throws a Kyuss ball at Spaz. Spaz, I need a dexterity saving throw DC 22.
Woohoo! Alright. Well, that means Spaz has got to basically roll a 19.
Or spend a fate point.
Well, I'll see if I make it or not.
Okay.
Oh, man! Well,
You've got your tides.
yeah, but I don't think I'm going to make that DC off of a dex save. So I'm going to burn a fate point.
Okay. Do you succeed? Aelith.
Alright, I come back over the side. If I get there by Merrick, do I have advantage?
Yes.
Alright, I will just pull out my sword and
Alright.
attack.
Okay. Hit. Oh, this is almost uncharted territory for Haleth.
What's that?
Using your sword.
Ah,
She did once before, I think.
Once before.
Yeah, it was cutting some bread or something like that.
There you go.
and then I will disengage. Sorry, guys.
Haleth, I'm cooking some sausages and stuff up in my little coward hole, so if you need someplace to kick back.
So Spaz, as you look over the edge down the steps, you see a brood fiend, but he's unable to come up due to your spell of Hallow.
Damn, Skippy.
Kyuss gets to go. Alright. Takes another swing at Ren. Hits. And
Are the brood fiend undead?
they're fiends.
Oh.
And this time he throws a ball at Snowflake. DC 22.
What save again? Dex?
Dex, yep.
Dex. There you go.
Yep. So I need you to roll a d4.
I'll give Snowflake my inspiration.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead, Snowflake, reroll. There you go. Nice job.
Thanks for the save.
Probably see Talon poking his head out. Roll again.
Wait a second, that was Snowflake? I would have never done that, actually. I retcon that.
Too late.
We can retcon it.
You see a brood fiend below you, Snowflake, about 40 feet on one of the platforms.
All right, because I am 30 feet above the.
It would be
platform.
70 feet then.
Okay. I can't really tell how bad he is. So, bonus action, I'll start by hitting him with a sunbeam.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's get his successful save out of the way. And then I want to, I'm just going to fly up to be within 30 feet of Ren
Okay.
and use my one and only support spell.
All right. Oh.
I do 26 points to myself. And Ren, you get healed for 52 points.
Okay, I'll put it on.
And I am done. Oh, yeah, I'm flying back to where I was, yes.
Ren.
Alright, swinging.
Okay.
Do a level 3 smite. Oh man, jeez. Alright.
Eric. All right, he is 2/3 down. Sorry, 3/4 actually. Thanks, Tom.
Is that 3/4 of his hit points, or he's 1/4 of his hit points?
Nope, he's down 3/4 of his hit points.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I think this, just because he's going to be 3 down, but I think whenever we think we killed him, some nasty surprise is going to come.
And then the real Kyuss comes,
Yes.
like Slim Shady.
My name is...
All right.
Okay,
It's
like
fast.
one of the first things I'm going to do, you know what? I ain't scared of no Kyuss. I'm going to move over here. I am going to try to banish him again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think. Let's see. Right now I don't have any concentrations up. Actually, no. I'm going to get right here by Ren. Now, could I run to, like, Merrick and a Ren and twin haste and touch each one of them? If I got the movement and twin the spell?
Have you ever used Twin? Jeez, oh Pete, you're throwing something heavy I've never, well, I haven't seen in a long, long time.
Well, I have twin
Haste
fireballs
isn't
with
touch.
I thought haste was touch.
Nope. 30 feet.
If the twin spell allows you to twin that type of spell, then yes, it would count.
Yeah, it is 30 feet. Hey, I get right here. I twin haste. And yeah, because I ain't got any concentration. Hollow's not a concentration, and Crown of Stars ain't a concentration. So, Bim Skiddly. In a perfect line with the Ren right there, staying 10 feet in his aura.
And he does take a swing at you, though.
Oh, he does.
He does this time.
Bastard.
He hits.
Whoop, hang on. Let me do some quick math. You know what? I'm just going to cast it. So here's my first one for the haste.
Okay.
And this is for the shield.
All right. Perfect. I put you at 25, does it?
I'm not positive if you can just drag. Let me
Yeah, I'll
put it
re-drag
on.
it on. Yep. You know what's on you. One of you. It's either you or Merrick. It puts it to 25. I can't remember who it is.
Well, yeah. I think if I got all my doodads on, I hadn't even looked to see if I got all my stuff on.
Mine goes to 25.
I'm 25. I think Spaz goes higher than I do.
Missed.
All right, and let's see. That I did my 2 rolls. I did my haste, and I'll throw my star.
All right. That's good.
And miss.
Alrighty. Aelith, the brood fleeing comes out on the platform 40 feet below you. Alright. What do you do?
You know what there, Greg?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, if I could just do something real quick. I am going to not tie the case off. Bend luck on that attack roll, see if I can hit him.
Okay.
Does a 24
Yes,
hit?
it does hit.
Whoa!
Nice damage.
Wow, 312s.
Yeah, that was worth it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
Oh, no worries, man.
I
I'd rather
forget about that stuff.
I'd rather have you do it now than way down.
Way down the road.
Yeah.
If you hadn't said, I'm thinking about it, I'm like, ooh, I can do that.
He swings at Ren again. Like the paladin. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys what you get. So, what round are we on? Does anybody
7.
have any fate points left?
I got one.
I have 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Or,
I have
yeah, I
some.
still have 2, yeah.
You do. All right, gotcha. So this is we're on the 6th round right now. So On the 6th round, you get one 7th level spell replaced.
I need a 9th level replaced.
If you keep him up that long, you might be able to. All right, so I did those 2 damage, and then I think he threw the ball last at Snowflake.
Spaz.
Was it Spaz?
It
thought-
was.
Yeah, no, I got hit with one because
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Talon gave me his luck
Right.
or his inspiration.
Oh, I guess it's my turn.
It's your turn. DC 23 for Dex.
23 for Dex.
They're getting tougher, aren't they?
Yep.
Bastard. That means I gotta rock a roll of 20. Not gonna happen. Okay, well, you know what? I'll be using my last fate point to
All right. Succeed.
succeed.
All right. Talon.
Alright, I will drop out of the hidey hole
Alrighty.
and take a couple shots.
Okay.
Natsma shots. Use my Stalker's Flurry.
Yep.
Ugh. And my bonus attack. And then I will climb back up.
All right. Gonna attack again.
He's focusing on Rim. I don't know why.
All right. Snowflake, DC 23, dexterity save.
He's devoted to hitting me.
Yes, he is. He's going to take you out because this next round you can go put some hurting bombs on him.
Nice roll. Aelith.
We've got company coming up the sides.
Oh shit!
Oh. Wow.
Paralyzed, not a crit, right? Or maybe he can't be paralyzed.
He probably can't be paralyzed.
I'll apply it. Cannot be paralyzed.
My son says we should throw the rogue at like a spear at his eye.
Only if it's the left one.
We just don't have anyone brave enough to try and grab the rogue to do it.
All right. Kyuss again.
The rogue has.
Oh, he missed the first attack. Spaz, DC 23.
DC 23. He's throwing something at me.
Dexterity.
All right.
1 sec.
Yeah, get your aura on me this time. I forgot about it the last time.
I will never play a character with an aura again.
You got me? Okay.
Yeah, you should have it now.
Oh, 17. Well, I will. Lucky.
All right.
I'm going to try all kinds of shit this time because I got lucky and then I got Tides of Chaos.
There you go.
Bam skilly.
Nice job. All right. Buff is out of here. Brood Fiend number 3. So what's his fly speed? 50. So he flies up 50 feet. You said you were 30 feet above the platform, correct?
Yeah, you said I was 70 feet above him.
Right. Okay, sorry, yeah, because it was 40. So he's 20 feet away. His bite reaches 20 feet, so he attacks you. You have mirror image, right? Do you have to roll that first?
Oh, yes, I do. It goes for me.
This is the first one. It takes a second bite.
Let me roll for it.
Alrighty.
It hits a mirror image, so it needs to do a 13 or better. So I'm down to 2 mirror images.
Alrighty. Sounds good. Snowflake.
I need to adjust that real quick. Give me a second, please.
No problem.
I don't see it on me for some reason. That's weird.
On you earlier.
Yeah, I know it was on there earlier, so
Weird.
I'll get it in a minute. I'll just go ahead and do my turn.
Okay. Something up anyways, so take your time.
So, Ren, have you had your turn yet?
Next turn.
Oh,
I'm going to move to there.
Go, Ren, go.
Uh-huh.
And I did fly out of his thing, so he does get another attack of opportunity if you want.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Let me see if he hits. I need an 8 or a 9 or better, I believe. So I'm down to 1 thing.
Yeah, because he's going to hit it.
And in for a penny, in for a pound, right?
Yep.
So my Sunbeam is a 6th level spell.
Okay.
So I'm going to do the hit on it, or the save on it. Oh look, he succeeded. That shocks me. Then I'm going to maximize my damage on this. Since he is susceptible to it right now. And then
God.
it's a 6th level spell, so I'm doing this. I gotta bring that up. Where'd it go? Just need to make sure. Yes, okay, so I need... And that gets applied to me, so let me drag it over since it didn't do it.
Okay. A lot of damage.
And my concentration goes away, so I lose the sunbeam.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm done there.
What the hell did you do?
I did the most damage to him I could.
Like an overpower, right? Where you take damage from it?
Yep, I take 2d12 damage for the level of the spell. The second time I do it between a long rest, and it gets worse the more times I do it.
Well, here's a question. Why did it only say he got 52 points of damage?
Well, it was a half because he saved it, I think.
That's right. Okay.
I did 53, but it only did 52, so I have no idea why.
Go for his ankles.
Let's go, Ren. Let's go, Ren.
You need 8 points.
Oh, he's dead.
Nice job. So as Ren hits him, you see he kind of explodes into these worms go flying out everywhere. As that happens, the brood fiend that's over on the other side also explodes into a big pile of green mush, and it kind of falls down. and then literally out of the monolith, worms start pouring out in all directions. So there's all these worms pouring out. Everybody that's standing there needs to give me a dex saving throw or get knocked over by the worms.
Just standing on the platform itself?
Anywhere on the 100-foot platform.
What if I'm flying 30 feet above it?
You're fine. It's the people on the platform.
Well,
So, dex, yep, go ahead.
I'll use lucky just to make sure.
Okay,
I'll use my stroke of luck to automatically
succeed.
make it at 20.
Alrighty, so it's a 20.
Jesus.
I was going to give you a fate point.
Tides of chaos.
It'd be 20 plus whatever my bonus was, so 31.
31, okay, thank you.
There.
Alright, anybody else? Everybody's good?
He's just fucking with us anyways. He's gonna kill us all.
I hope so.
So, Spaz, Ren, you both get knocked down. Haleth, you're standing. Merrick, you're still standing. This is difficult terrain. You immediately see the worms start eating the top of this entire platform, and they've completely poured out over the entire platform, and they're eating it away.
Are they undead?
That's a
Or
great
fiends?
question. I don't know. No, they're not undead or fiends.
They're eating the platform, but they're not eating the people.
Nope,
The ones within 10 feet of me, they're going to take radiant damage.
no problem. So you'll be able to clear 10 feet around you
Yeah.
when you do that. Yep. And the worms keep pouring out of this thing, so they're not. It's like they're not stopping. They just continue to pour out.
How high is this platform? What was it?
You're 750 feet up from the ziggurat, which is 4 levels, which is 40 feet each, so that's 160. So you're about, what, 900 and some feet up?
Okay,
910 feet?
but the max damage you can take is freaking 20d6 for a frick jumping off the side.
I'm gonna jump off the side and use Featherfall from
Alrighty,
my ring.
sounds good. It is difficult terrain, so I guess, yeah, you could dash over. Yep.
Can you verify for me again what you said, Greg? I'm sorry. Barb just came in and she was talking
Yep.
to me.
So there's
The worms are coming out of the portal.
They're coming out of the monolith that's in the center. They're pouring all over the top, and they knocked over 2 people, Spaz and Ren, and they're eating away at the spire itself.
Are we still doing turns, Greg?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So-
Merrick,
I did the 9 damage to the area around me.
yep. And then you're gonna run across, which is difficult terrain, and then
Yeah.
you're gonna jump down there. You
Yeah.
will land on the platform below you. Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, gotcha. I just wanted to make sure.
How far down is it?
That one is, let me see, 40, 80. Oh no, that one's 40 feet.
So I'll take at least 6 seconds to get there.
Okay, gotcha. Spaz, you are prone.
Damn it, freaking, damn it, Snowflake's got teleport, damn it! He could have got us out of here. Well, Spaz is gonna go dash. Where's the edge? Like the round circle's the edge of it?
The
or-
round circle is the edge.
and
Those
it's
are,
like 900 feet down?
yep, 910. Well, to there it's 750 because you'll land on top of the base of the spire.
Oh, well... Then I go there.
You jumped over the edge.
I did.
All right. So Spaz is falling.
The fast way.
Very fast. All right. Next person would be Tal.
Alright, I will come out of my hidey hole
All right.
and I will take a shot at the monolith.
Okay. Yeah, so you're able to hit the monolith? Sorry, Snowflake, that wasn't to you? Alrighty, so you see the arrow goes in, and as it hits the monolith, another hole opens and more worms pour out.
Aren't we supposed to destroy this thing?
I asked that round 1.
Nobody answered. God damn it!
Alright, I will shoot again.
Okay.
Does a 20 hit?
It does. Yep, so another hole pops into the side of it. And another hole. And another hole.
And does it look like it's damaging it,
Oh,
or
yeah.
just opening up
No,
holes?
I think it definitely looks like it's damaging it. You see that the worms are kind of pouring out even more so at this point. And you see that the monolith is actually getting smaller with the more amount of worms that are pouring out of it.
Alright, I'll go ahead and climb back up my hidey hole.
Alrighty.
And that's it.
Alrighty, sounds good. Aelith.
I will use disintegrate on the monolith.
Alrighty, sounds good.
It just says an object. So, an object. What do I have to do? It's a date.
Nothing. You cast disintegrate on it. So just cast disintegrate. Yep. So as you cast that, you see that the monolith completely dissolves, but you see the entire top is still being eaten by worms, and now there's like holes in various places. You can still walk on it, but you can see down through the bottom, all the way down to the bottom through the top of this thing.
Ren, you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right,
Am I
I'm
covering
going.
worms?
They're just worms.
Worm bukkake?
Gross. I'll climb over the edge. Go down a bit.
Alrighty, gotcha. So you climb down the edge. Yeah, you can see this small little blip about halfway down the north wall of spaz falling to the bottom, about halfway down.
I really think that's for the best.
So are the worms able to get through the consecrate spell?
Yes, the hallow. They're
And
not
there's still a bunch of them right in the middle.
There's the whole entire platform is covered with worms. There's holes all over inside the platform. They're literally eating away the spire.
Alright, I'm going to cast. I'm going to back up and do a 60-foot cone to try and maximize the amount of clearage space that I can get.
Okay.
And what I'm casting is prismatic spray. I'll try and drop it in.
Okay.
Basically, everything within that has to make a dex saving throw, and for each target, I roll a d8 on the table to see what affects them.
Well, they're gonna fail because they're just worms.
So it can do anything from 10d6 fire damage to, I mean, it does each type of damage, and on an on a 6, they're restrained. On a 7, they're blinded, and on an 8, I get to pick roll for 2 rays, and I am making sure that everyone is immune to it except for them.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. Go ahead and roll, and then roll your damage.
Okay, I don't know how you want me to.
Just roll
Yeah,
on the table.
Yeah, that's each creature takes this roll.
Right.
You roll once for each of them.
Just do
So
one.
spire damage.
Yeah, and then just roll 10d6. There you go. So you're able to clear out the area that's around Ren, which is completely cleared. However, there's worms everywhere else.
And I'm done.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I lost my sunbeam. I'm done.
Alrighty.
So that cone's cleared out,
Yep.
but they're everywhere else.
Yeah, and there's holes, like 3-4 foot holes, all on the top here that you can see all the way down. You stand up and dash.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up. Don't move it.
What's your right here?
Serpentine.
That's what I was thinking too. Serpentine.
Run over here with Spaz. Jump off where Spaz jumps.
I'm gonna start heading down, but I'm gonna cast Holy Nimbus.
You're going down the steps?
Yeah, is there a reason I shouldn't? Is it
Nope.
broad
I
fence?
love it. That's great. Run down the steps. I like it.
With worms falling all about him as he's going.
Well, one second here. I'm doing Holy Nimbus, so
What's your
30
speed?
foot sphere around me.
Uh-huh.
Everything takes 10 damage.
Oh,
Does that
nice.
kill a worm?
Okay.
But the worms are eating the platform, so that means the platform's falling apart, crumbling over your head, just as we speak.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Okay.
Alrighty, so as you're running down, you're burning worms or any that are falling towards you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all the worms within a 30 foot sphere of me are dying,
Okay, sounds good.
dead. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Eric, you are floating down to the next platform.
Yeah, should be 10 feet above it still, so I'll
Yep.
float the 10 feet down to that platform and then wait for Haleth.
So as you floated down the path, the down to that spot, and Spaz, you can see this too. You saw that not only the worms filled the entire top part of it, but they are eating the sides as well. The entire sides are covered with worms, and you can see they've made potholes all throughout, and they're working their way down the shaft. And they are to the first balcony, 40 feet down.
I was
In
very
that
observant on my way
case,
down.
then I'm gonna run.
I'm sorry, where are you running?
I can get to there.
Okay, yep. So you run across the platform. For Ren or anybody else that's looking at those platforms, this is what they look like. You saw them before, but each level has one of those every 40 feet.
Well, I cast a spell as I'm flying through the air down.
All right, sounds good. So you were at 500 feet, so now you're almost down. Oh, you made it. Nice.
And I'll cast telekinesis and grab myself like 30 feet off the ground.
Alrighty.
And then set myself gently down on the ground for my turn.
Nice. Sounds good. So you do that and set yourself, and you are now at the top, or the base of the spire where you had fought like Balabar and all, Kellic and all of them.
And that's my action.
Alrighty.
And my movement.
Okay. Goes back to Talon. So Talon, as you peek out, you see that the roof is now collapsed down. Ren, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, am I
piece-
under it? already?
Oh yeah,
Like
you're
this
under it.
does?
Yeah, there's all
Well,
kinds
all
of
these
stuff.
worms are dead. I like exterminated a ton.
Yeah, you're looking at the rock of the stone and everything that's falling from it.
These are like some powerful normal worms.
Yeah, they are.
What do you mean? Dexterity?
Just a dex save. Oh yeah, you're able to dodge it.
Hey, Snowflake, aren't you over here? Didn't you cast that cone from over there?
He did.
Yes,
Or am I
I'm
wrong?
sorry.
Nope.
I just moved to an edge somewhere.
Yep, he did. He cast it.
Alright, I'm gonna hop out of my hidey hole. Oh, but there,
There's
can
no
I...
floor.
Is this edge here?
Yes, the edge is there.
Can I run along that edge towards Snowflake?
Sure.
And I come running right towards Snowflake and then just jump right off the side. And as I do, I take my rope of climbing and flick it up at him and have it tie around his ankle.
Let me give you a D20 roll to see whether you get me or a mirror image.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
You got a mirror image, baby.
It looks so cool, though, right? You're like, yeah, kind of keep going. So, it's all right. It's 500 feet per round, so you're halfway down. You got Spaz down there. He'll save you.
Save who?
You're up.
Can I see Rin as I'm running down?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You see, there's these huge holes in the side of the wall as you're going down. You can see him in there, dodging rocks and things falling on, trying to fall on top of him.
Rin, come out here. I can teleport us out.
Oh, okay.
And I will hold the teleport
All right.
until he's within 10 foot.
10 feet.
Now,
Nope,
isn't
10
that
foot.
isn't that only on an attack? That wasn't an attack. Mirror image is only against an attack, isn't it?
And you weren't fleeing. Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
That's up to you guys.
Well, I think the question is I mean, you're trying to wrap a rope around him. So if he's willing, then, but there's 2 images, so I don't know. That's hard.
Right. Well, I mean, the spell specifically says if you're targeted with an attack.
So I guess the question is, Snowflake, did you want the rope around your ankle?
I don't think I can hold him up, but sure, I don't care.
Well, if he's okay with it, with the rope wrapping around his ankle, then yes. But if he's not and he's unwilling, then it's an attack.
Yeah, sure, it can go around my ankle.
Okay.
I think it's much more fun you dive it off there and let Spaz catch you.
I thought so too, but
Snowflake, you're up.
how much do you and all your gear weigh?
I'm an elf. I'm light.
That's great. Your gear isn't all elf.
154 pounds.
I plummet like a rock.
All right. So now you have Snowflake and Talon falling down.
And how far below me is he?
60 feet.
Well, yeah, it'd be 60 feet.
So he's 500 feet down, and you're 440 feet.
Give me a second to see what I can do.
All right.
I can certainly save myself, but can't get close enough to do it and him. Yeah, I'll just follow the distance.
Okay. So you are.
I mean, there's not much else I can do.
Yep. So Talon, you're 250 feet from the bottom, and Snowflake, you're 290 feet from the bottom. Ren.
Run and dash.
All right.
Yeah. Killing worms along the way.
Yep.
All right, I teleport us right out in front where we came in.
Okay. So you guys teleport down to the north side over there.
I'm holding on to Haleth's hand.
Which one? The left?
Yeah, whatever one.
Interesting. So as you guys get down to the bottom, you see in the center, actually, there is literally worms pouring through the center of the building itself and down into the entire first floor. You can see them kind of eating at the floor and things. Sorry, America. Anything you were going to do? I didn't mean to click past you. I apologize.
I'm just standing beside Haleth holding her hand.
All right, and you see Talon and Snowflake tied together, falling.
I'll leave that to Spaz.
I'm back. I ready in action to catch Snowflake.
Okay.
I mean Talon. I'm going ready in action to catch Talon.
Okay.
Or catch whoever the first one that comes in the range.
All right. It would be Talon would be the first to come into range. He's 60 feet in front of Snowflake.
Okay.
All right. So you're gonna ready that action. Okay. So Talon is now very close to you.
All right. I catch Talon, but I don't know if he's going to let me catch him in my telekinesis.
Talon.
I think he's going to get caught, no matter what.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So you catch Talon, and as you catch Talon, you see Snowflake is now hovering about 55 feet off the ground with a rope still tied around his ankle, as now he doesn't carry the weight of Talon.
Okay.
Actually, I kind of jerk him up just like a foot because of all the extra effort I was doing to try and slow us down.
There you go. You feel the right rope taunt.
And then I set Talon on the ground, and that means I jerk, Snowflake down 30 feet.
Thank you, Spaz. I actually did have a contingency for that, but that's okay.
All right, so you all are at least a bit down. You see the worms are now working their way down the walls of the spire. You see some of the balconies have kind of fallen and hit the sort of the top tier here. The rest of the group, you see worms pouring in through the center of the ziggurat, pouring into the floor as well. What would the group up on the top of the spire like to do next?
I'll cast Zephyr and run, I don't know, it's like 180 or 210 feet or something like that.
Gotcha. So you're going to run up,
crazy.
run down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I'll detach the rope from
Okay.
Snowflake.
All right.
Thanks for trying, Snowflake.
Yep.
Got to work on them muscles.
Got to work on your communication skills, buddy.
All right.
Well, I guess when it gets my turn, I'll drop concentration on telekinesis and cast haste
Yep.
on myself and
Okay.
see what wild magic does.
Yeah, let's see.
We have no idea where Haleth and Ren and Merrick went, do we?
I mean, if you take a quick look, you could see them standing on the north side because they are within your vision.
I'll do the second one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Oops, sorry, Talon, go ahead. That's 45. I didn't mean to click on you. That's nobody, because I think he's above you 55 feet, right?
I don't know, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still up in the air.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Well, that's okay.
I haven't had a chance to move yet.
So, Spaz, you see that there are some mice that are up there, and they disappear.
Some mice?
Yeah. Trying to get the worms. I don't know. Best I could think of.
I'll use summon creatures and summon a whole bunch of anteaters.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, I have a real world question. Do anteaters actually eat worms? I have no idea.
I don't know. Whatever eats worms, I'll summon those. Robins.
Worm
I'll
eaters,
summon a
yeah.
flock of robins.
Alright.
I stopped glowing, by the way.
Oh, that's probably a good idea, yeah. All right. So, Spaz, you're going there. I assume...
I will fly over that way.
Hopefully. Thank you. All right. So, as you guys continue to fly, you see that the tower continues to be sort of eaten by these worms as they continue, and the tower is completely destroyed. And you see the ziggurat also starts to kind of crumble and break up into a bunch of pieces and rocks and whatnot. As this happens, you see that throughout the city, there are people that are sort of gathering up here, people that were maybe still in some houses that were hiding, that didn't tell anybody. And you start to see them kind of come out of the buildings and whatnot. As they do, you see that the ziggurat actually collapses in on itself, and the worms continue to dig to eat deep down into the earth. And you see there's this huge crater that forms, probably about 500-600 feet deep within here, and you see all these sort of cairns and tunnels and things dug out through the sides and whatnot. But eventually, the noise of all the worms eating everything sort of disappears at that point. The population kind of looks at you sort of sullenly, just kind of staring at you all for a minute. And then occasionally you'll hear somebody yell, "Hey, it's the heroes," and they start to kind of clap and whatnot, and everybody starts to kind of rub your shoulders and pat you on the back, and
Don't touch me.
and you hear them saying, "Long live the saviors of Alhaster," and "Glory to you, glory to the vanquishers of Kyuss," and they really start to get pretty excited about everything that's going on.
Well done, guys. You did a good job.
How do we fix Haleth?
There's nothing wrong with me. Why do you keep saying that?
I look down at my sword. I look back up.
Just then, you see kind of the crowd sort of starts to part, and coming from the palace, you see a gentleman on a horse, and he has a bunch of guards that are kind of surrounding him, and priests of Hextors, and you see the joy in the crowd quickly sort of disappears, and there's gloom and fear kind of reappears on their faces as you see that Prince Zeech is coming down the path. He's wearing clad in armor. He's on a dark horse itself, and his face has sort of this strange look of pride, outrage, maybe even a little bit of fear that's in his face.
I say we kill him too.
I might cast Aura of Vitality. I'll use a level 5, even though it doesn't upcast.
All right, sounds good. And as he kind of walks up, he sort of stops the horse about 10 feet in front of y'all, and he looks to you and he says, "You saved Alahaster from destruction. Obviously, something I wasn't able to do. If it wasn't for you, my domain wouldn't exist anymore." Kind of looks at you guys sort of sullenly. Waits a couple minutes and then sort of awkward silence, and he's like, "But you also brought woe upon my city, right?"
I think you should leave this city.
But
I think you bring woe upon this city.
listen, Alhaster lies in ruins. It needs strong leadership to recover.
Which is not you.
By Hexter's law, the strong shall rule, right? And he looks around at all the people. He says,
I'm gonna shoot him.
"Okay, all right, sounds good. Let me grab his character here."
And we were about to gain a city.
What are you doing, Talon?
Not gonna make it. So he is up on his horse.
He's on his high
Keep
horse.
it in the wrong button.
There's Prince Zeech.
I don't see Spaz down at the bottom.
And he's on the combat tracker. I don't have him on the map. Sorry. I don't think you're going to need a map.
Do I go ahead and take a shot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot him with a stunning arrow.
Okay, sounds good. And he says, "And I intend to prove my strength by defeating one of you heroes. And an honorable," and as you do that, he gets probably stunned.
And poisoned.
And he goes, "Ugh!"
And I'll go ahead and screw it. I'll just keep hitting him.
All right, sounds good. And the rest of you as he's taking shots?
Too quick for me to respond.
Oh my god, you critted him.
I can't do anything from far away anyways.
How many is that?
I don't know.
3, I believe. 4.
4. Okay, that's all I got.
Alright, well, he's stunned, so next round would be you. Go ahead. He kind of staggers and he says, I shall! Oh my god.
And now I hit him with a silence arrow.
Oh, I see why Puff is. Okay, gotcha. And that does it. And then he collapses down.
I look at the other guards around him. Anyone else want anything?
They just all stare at you.
Alright, I won't fire at them then. And that's it.
Alrighty. The crowd all of a sudden sort of starts to bow down to you. They all kind of sort of get down on their knees and put their hand on the dirt, and you see that across the entire city as you have taken out Prince Zeech.
I just start floating away from them.
Okay.
All of them.
Alrighty.
I'm about 5 feet off the ground right now.
Alrighty.
Please rise, don't bow to us.
So they quickly rise and they look to you and they say, "What is your name, our leader?"
You must choose someone who's strong in this city to guide you in the right direction with in a positive direction, not like this tyrant.
They kind of look around and as they do, they all kind of, one guy turns around and he points. He's like, "Well, you can lead us." And everybody's like, "Yes, you're the ones who defeated him." And they all start pointing at Talon, our new leader.
I'm getting ready to teleport back to Tensor's place. If anyone else wants to go, come on over.
Well, Talon rightfully defeated the Prince Zeech, so he's obligated to rule this place.
Yeah, Talon, I feel like these people need you, and you're the rightful, heir now.
Now that this quest is done, I'm heading back north to my woods.
There's no better man for the job than Talon.
Maybe all of them should abandon this ill-fated town and follow Talon north to create a new city of wonder.
I'm a racist. There's no one but elves allowed.
Spaz, did you say that out loud?
Yes, I did.
Oh, he did. So as soon as Talon says no, all of a sudden everybody goes to Spaz and like, he's our leader. Hey, he's the one who needs to lead us. They're pretty fickle.
I turn and I shoot Spaz.
I cast shield.
So Spaz, they all look. Oh, yep, look at that. They all look at you, and all of a sudden you see a bunch of people put Spaz up on their shoulders and start to kind of walk around the town, and they start walking you towards Prince Zeech's castle.
I think this town deserves what they've just got.
May you live long and reign prosper.
They suffered enough.
First, we should fix his wand.
So what do you just grab it and put it the right way in his hand?
Spaz, Spaz, what would you like to do with your new city?
Well, first we're going to have a big party.
Okay, sounds good.
And everybody gets, I said a group, Alistair, what is it?
Tensor.
Tensor's thing, and collect up some of that special weed to bring back here for the smoking pipes.
All right, sounds good.
Great, a town full of stoners.
Are you gonna call this Portland or?
Well, yes, I think we could do that. We're renaming the town.
Whatever you want. You're the leader.
And I want a statue erected of myself, Spaz, as the leader of the Magnificent Seven,
Okay.
and my minions.
So you see they take a Prince Zeech statue and they just kind of chip in some eyes pointing the opposite direction and put a little hair on them, and now it's you. Kind of looking like Zeech in a way, but it's you.
I say, y'all can come over to my crib anytime. Actually, I'll call MTV and have them come over there and do MTV cribs on my palace.
Nice. I think it's GTV, isn't it? Greyhawk TV?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so Spaz is pimping out his place. How about the rest of you?
I might cast. I'm gonna get Black Angus back.
Okay.
I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna head back to Daggerford. I'm gonna retire at our home back there.
All right.
I think the follow-up quest is going to have to be something to do with Haleth.
Well, as he's saying that, I walk over to Snowflake.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep. I cast teleport.
Wow. So Haleth and Snowflake disappear? So they
There's a right hand out there with my name on it.
So both of them disappear?
I guess we're taking the long way home.
You can always stay here, hang out with me.
He's gonna need a good advisor, you know. Be the real power behind the throne, you know it's possible.
I can make you hand of the king.
Oh, yeah. Hands never last long.
Merrick, as Haleth and Snowflake disappear, you get this voice that you recognize very well as your person that sort of guides you, who is Seraphina. And she says to you, she says, Vecna's new lieutenant cannot survive. You must go and destroy her. You have the weapon. Combine the swords.
I guess I have a new quest. Much as I hate it.
So Merrick kind of says that, I guess, to Ren and Spaz, and Talon. I guess Talon, you're still.
And Seraphina.
Yeah, Seraphina. Yep.
And Black Angus.
And Black Angus. And
See,
Puff.
has he been conjured again?
Now Puff is still freaking gone, man. He's halfway to Vegas by now.
Right. Yeah, he would have summoned him by now.
Well, do you need Merrick, or Merrick, do you need help before I retire?
Yeah, I think I will. I don't think she'll go down without a fight.
Alright, one last quest then.
Well, we're gonna need a rest first.
Are you coming, Spaz?
Well, let me find somebody to put in charge while I'm gone. And I see the nearest, like, lowly villager beggar type. I'm like, okay, you're in charge while I'm gone. This guy's in charge.
As you go over to tap on the phone, shoulder, he turns around. He's got his finger all the way up in his nose. He's kind of picking out a big booger, and he says, "Huh?
Yep, you're in charge.
I'm in charge." As he puts the finger up.
Yep, until I get back.
And
I'll invite Talon too.
all right,
What are we doing?
We gotta kill Haleth.
We gotta destroy Haleth, yes.
Why do we have to do that?
Because she's evil.
She's not Haleth anymore.
And why does that concern me?
It may or may not. I'm just asking if you want to help us.
What's wrong? Are you chicken? Bark, bark.
I'm not really into killing our own party members unless it's Snowflake.
Well, he'll be a bonus. A bonus on the side.
he's with her.
Why exactly did he take her away? And where did they go?
And that's the quest for another story.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, because you'd have to do some investigations. So, all right, nice job, everybody.
How long was this campaign now?
46 weeks. We started, I think, March.
Of last
Have
year.
that info.
You have that info?
Our
So it's-
first session was May the 10th,
Oh, May the 10th.
Of what, 2018?
18.
4.
I knew that was coming.
So a year and 3 months? Year and 2 months?
I
Yeah.
have 56 sessions.
Oh, is it? Maybe I miscounted.
MOTD was only on 47, I think.
Maybe I
I
missed
trust.
something.
I trust Haleth more than you do.
I do too. She's phenomenal with notes. I agree.
Well,
That's
I have
probably
a
accurate.
OneNote page for each session, even if I didn't. Well, I think I attended them all, but
Oh, 57 sessions. That makes more sense
or 56.
because it was over
You're-
a year. So
Your organizational skills make me envious.
And we have some gaps in there where we didn't play, so.
we did. Yeah, we had a
It's
few
like
sessions.
A year and 3 months. That's about right.
Yeah, it is.
I liked the campaign. I hated my
I do.
character, but I liked the campaign.
Yeah, I like the campaign. I did not like my character this time around through this.
I would never take a ranger past about level 10 or 11.
Yeah, it's funny. I think we're all at that. I really missed casting spells.
Well, I like the campaign, and I really like Spaz.
Oh, I love the campaign.
Yeah, it's
I,
fun.
I also really liked the campaign, but I also really preferred it up to right before I died.
I guess that begs the question then. I mean, do you think that level 15 through 20 is really worth it then?
I guess it depends on the character. I mean, for me personally, like I said, I didn't like the ranger past about 10 or 11. He's pretty worthless. He doesn't really get anything past that.
Right.
So,
From-
I mean, like I was sitting there and I was looking, about the only thing I gained was like 5th level spells, which allowed me to cast that quick quiver. But I can't do any damage. All my shit's tied up in favored enemy. So unless it was a dragon or an undead, I'm just doing normal nothing damage. So that's just how I felt.
You were doing a shit ton more damage than I was.
I feel it's like way better balanced than when we did Pathfinder, because Pathfinder was like horrible past 12.
I agree. I think it is
But-
way better than us.
I think when you get past 15, like, even if you really love your character, I think at some point you're like, I'm sick of playing this dude. I don't know. And it got a little crunchy there at like 18, 19, I thought. But
I think that's
I-
where maybe multi-classing might help a little bit if you're in one of those classes that just isn't. Well, you got to remember too, in 5e for adventures made specifically 5e, there's like nothing out there that goes past about 15, right? At least none that are published by Wizards.
The only thing they got is Dungeon and the Man Mage right now.
Right.
My disappointment with these end levels is, as a mage or as a wizard, I really like the abilities I've got over the last 2 or 3 levels, but I really don't feel like I'm truly benefiting from them. Having a first and second level spell that I can cast all the time without using spell slots is awesome. Having a third level 2/3 level spells I can cast once a day with no slots is great, but at the level we're at, they're basically useless at that stage. Those are the kind of abilities to me that I'd love to start out as a low-level mage and have one spell that I could cast, without saying, oh shit, there's my 4 spells or 3 spells and I'm done. Now it's just cantrips, Even if they're not damaging spells, just being able to cast some of the other flavor spells would be kind of cool.
I think, in the higher levels, it's fun playing a superpowered character, but it just seems like the combat started dragging because we have so many abilities that, everybody has to sort through and figure out which one they want to use. It just seems like the nights were, like, the fights, were just going on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Well,
Yeah, and for it to really be balanced, from what I'm seeing, it took basically a god for one creature to make a long fight for us, which means that Greg's got to throw in a bunch of creatures to actually make it a more balanced fight, which just extends the length of time of the combats, right?
Right.
Right.
Well, but that's how it should be. That's how the Dungeon Master Guide, that's what they say, that, a party of 5 or 6 against one creature, just action management, the party's going to win no matter what. So you got to throw ads in to make the party have to kind of spread their stuff around.
and he had ads, but the Hallow spell kept them out.
Right.
Yeah.
How many brew whatever
I had
did
3.
you have? Yeah,
I
3
had
brew.
3 below. Yep.
Speak for yourself, man. I got attacked by one.
Well,
That's because you keep hanging out near the edge of that thing. Didn't you learn from our past experience?
Yeah, I wasn't hanging out far enough from you guys.
Well, I have to say, I enjoyed playing the Wild Magic Sorcerer all the way through.
I think probably 15, right around that level, would probably be a better target if we were going to go a long campaign again.
I agree. 1,000%.
I think I would agree with that as well.
Yeah,
I think, if we're going to go to 20 and I was a fighter, I definitely want to have some multi-classing so I can change things up a bit, because as a fighter, you really plateau.
But then you run into the problem that Haleth brought up, that if you start multi-classing, now you're adding just a ton more skills. And, if a person's not prepared on their turn, then the combat really drags out.
And I think we're all good at what we do.
Yep.
So it's not that any one person wasn't on the ball with what they wanted to do. It was just so much that we had to get through.
Yeah.
the multi-classing. The one thing that I've seen in the past though is it adds complexity. And if somebody has like a heavily multi-class character, nobody ever wants to play it when that guy's gone.
Yeah.
Well,
have you guys seen that Dawn Forge cast did a YouTube about like the worst character that everybody hates, and he basically just kind of pointed out this character that just has tons of rerolls and tons of abilities, and basically the person could take up a half hour just causing things to be re-rolled and redone type of thing, and that it just really drags everything out.
Like Spaz and his saves.
But it was a very well done campaign. Thank you, Greg, for running it.
Oh,
Yeah, you did.
that was great.
You did awesome, man.
Thanks, guys.
You're an excellent DM.
I didn't write it. I just played it.
No, but just your preparation and the thought that you put into it, it really shines. It really
Thank you.
is something to aspire to, for myself particularly.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's easy to tell that you're just not picking up the book, half an hour before we play and saying, okay, I need to glance at this, and then just, kind of reading it to us as we go. Right?
Yeah,
So
I
you are
agree.
prepared, and that makes a huge difference in a good DM. It really does, and you show it on this campaign.
Cool. I like this campaign. It's one of my favorite, to be honest with you. I'm glad I got a chance to play it again. So
Greg, you're my hero.
I think it went like noticeably. It all tied in a lot better this
Oh
time.
yeah, way better. Well, there was, and I had the advantage of knowing everything, right? So this time I could fill in stuff, and so yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. The end got punchy, I thought.
So, Greg,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question from the DM side.
Sure.
Was there any one thing in this campaign that we as a party did that went out in left field for you more than anything else?
Let's see.
Taylor's putting on the Iron Hand.
That did surprise me, to be honest with you. But I had a feeling. I suspected because I don't remember when she stole it. I was like, okay. When she stole the eye, I'm like, all right, I know where this is going. But thankfully, I had a week to prepare for that.
Them blowing up the mine in Diamond Lake?
Yeah, that was interesting. I didn't expect that. Trying to think what else. So some other things too that there was a few things that I was just like, wow. But no, to be honest. But it was good. So the nice thing is at least for me, I think when you guys do that, it allows me to try to figure things out on the fly, which is kind of fun. Doesn't always go the way I hope, but I know it was pretty cool. The Rod of 7 parts, so that really, I mean, in the original campaign, somebody only goes for one part. So for you guys trying to get each part, I thought that was pretty interesting. I didn't really expect that. The Rod of 7 parts isn't in this campaign, so I actually had to steal it from 2E. I think it was 2nd edition is where it was all hashed out, so all that information was from 2nd edition. Oh, it was fun. It was great.
How long was Irish? How long were you the doppelganger?
Oh, that's a good question.
3 weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, you did a good job with that.
did a great job.
Yeah, it was just I got accosted, and then Greg pulled me aside and said, "Hey, do you mind doing this?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, I guess."
I never done that before. I thought it went really well. I forgot about that actually.
My biggest problem in the campaign was Snowflake, because I had a big issue with you dying and then coming back. First off, I didn't like that you brought in another character, I have to admit, because then that character just kind of disappeared, which was kind of confusing. I didn't understand all that. And then as my character, I had a serious problem with you being basically undead, is what it was. And then right before you had died, Greg was fucking with me and having you say all this stuff to me, which turned out it wasn't you. But
let me back up here, Irish. That was me. I thought it would be kind of a cold joke on Talon for all the crap that he had been giving Spaz and Snowflake. It didn't work out that way, so that's all on my shoulders. Greg went along with me on that, and it turned out to be an error.
Well, later Greg said it wasn't you who had said it, though.
That's because I didn't want you guys being pissed at each other. So just
Oh, I got you. Okay. No, I wasn't pissed about it. My character was like, yeah, fuck this guy, type of thing. And then you being undead caused a lot of problems for my character, and I kind of had to let it go after a while. I couldn't really RP it because it just screws with stuff. So
Wouldn't
Caleb
Undead
had
have
a
messed
tough
up
time.
Ren, too?
yeah,
Yeah.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, I just didn't want any like inner group
Yeah,
conflict. So
yeah,
was like,
I agree with that. It's
Like
it's
I
tough.
said, I will never play another character that refuses to be brought back. That's
Yep.
when the campaign took a bad turn for me.
See, I thought you did that because you didn't like your character.
No, I did that because that's what I built into the character that he would not because of his background.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because you didn't like your character, you wanted to re-roll, and then all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, you come back with him. I'm sitting there thinking, what the hell? What is going on here?
so.
His whole backstory was that he was actually possessed by the spirit of this ancient wizard who was trying to basically kept being reborn by controlling a new person and teaching them magic.
I got that, but I guess I looked at it a different way.
I think the other thing with Themi or Themisian or however you say it, I'm sorry. So her thing was, at least in my opinion, maybe I know this because I know all the kind of the stories and the backstories, but she was very focused on Merrick, right? And she thought Merrick was lawful good. And when she found out he was a follower of Cord, then she became like, well, shit, I can't follow this guy because he's not lawful good. So that was kind of the idea, I believe. Is that right, Russell?
Yeah, it wasn't that he was lawful good. That she thought at first because he was carrying the swords that he was lawful. Because for her,
That's what
there
it
is no good and evil. It's law versus chaos. And then all of a sudden, when she did find out that he was Cord, that meant he was chaos. And it's like, I can't do this. I got to go back and talk to my god and say, what the fuck? So,
Well, I wasn't really
No, he wasn't.
Cord either.
He wasn't. He
I was
wasn't
kind of-
chaos. Right? You were you neutral?
I was neutral. I was
That's what I
neutral
thought.
good, yeah.
Yeah. But he
I
didn't
didn't
know
really
that.
fit in. I didn't really fit in at Cord.
Right.
That's why I left.
And that's the problem. I know all these backstories, but I don't, like, players don't bring them up, then I don't bring them up. So it makes it a little challenging sometimes.
Yeah, that's pretty funny because I thought you were a follower of Cord too.
What if you guys were running along and you stopped short, Merrick would end up inside of you. I mean, how could you not know?
which is really funny because I thought at the beginning, early on, that it was Ren who was Haleth's shadow.
No, I was following Ren because Haleth has sort of like a City Watch type background, so I thought Ren was in charge.
Right.
Yeah, I was City Watch too.
Hey, look, didn't you have a period of time, too, where you were, like, following somebody and then they would, like, do something? You're like, okay, I can't follow them. What was that thing again? You did something early in the campaign, I thought. Didn't you? No, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different.
I think
Guess
it was me. I
Was it
did
you?
something,
Okay, gotcha.
and She got mad at me.
I couldn't remember. I knew it was somebody.
I did learn from this campaign, though, as I was telling you, Greg, that although I set up, in my mind, I set up a really great backstory for this guy, there wasn't enough tendrils. It was too closed loop. There wasn't enough tendrils that you could actually work it into the campaign like you did Haleth and Ren and some of the other stories.
So I think that partially falls on me too, though, because sometimes I forget your backstory. So that's why I need to have them on paper or at least in a text or something, so that way I can remember them to kind of intertwine them. So,
Well, and that's the problem with a big long campaign like this, because sometimes I found myself doing this where I'd be paging through looking for something on my character sheet, and then I'd see some kind of trait or something. I was like, oh yeah,
Right.
I'm supposed to be like this. And so you'd kind of start to bring it into try to RP it, and then you start getting into these battles that, as Haleth said, they just last forever, and then you kind of forget about it, and it's, you get a lot of inconsistency with your RP.
yep.
Are you going to tell me that your character sheet says that Talon is this happy and outgoing type person?
No, he tried that in Greyhawk, and you guys shit all over him. So he went back to his grumpy self.
When did you try to be cheery?
Gold Dragon Inn.
Yeah, I was buying you guys clothes.
Yeah, I
I
remember.
was using connections. I was Sir Talon, and I was trying to use all cool,
I think
nice
that's
stuff.
when he was a doppelganger.
It was when he was a
Exactly.
It
doppelganger.
was not. Good lord.
Hey, I want to point out that Snowflake had that hat right up until he died. Bought me the hat.
Yeah.
I guess looking back, the one thing that kind of perplexed me throughout the campaign was really finding encounters that was challenging for you all. So I think that's, again, my fault because I gave you a shit ton of magical stuff, so much that you forgot what you had. So I don't ever want to hear complaining, Mike, about Lenziana.
I'm still putting it on my thing, dude.
No. So,
I'm still putting it one campaign out of 8. No, I get it.
but I think that was my biggest challenge, was finding ways to challenge you all. I mean, because you're all very smart players, and I'm not that smart at running my NPCs. I've learned a lot from y'all, by the way. So learned a lot of different things. But I think that was probably the biggest challenge for me, was trying to find things that was competitive.
One thing I would like to see in a campaign is there doesn't have to be as many magic items, but I'd almost like to see, and it's a lot of work on your part, I'd like to see unique magic items. They don't have to be overly powerful, but just things that, you don't walk down here to the ye old magic shop and pick up for 1,000 gold,
But he did I have that repeating crossbow.
Yeah, there are some things, but I found that when I do that, a lot of times I don't think of all the mechanics that go in it, and I usually make broken stuff. So pretty badly.
The grapple sword.
Oh yeah,
like the talent that grapples.
Great idea on paper, but
you
it
know what?
sucked.
I've built my whole character around that sword.
I know.
Well,
That is pretty
then
cool.
that's where the players have to allow you the
Brian did.
opportunity to retcon it down some.
Yeah, Brian did.
Well,
He
I did. I thought about saying,
Yeah.
you get jumped in the lake or something like that. So
tried
if I
to
can't
steal it.
if I can't find it, I can't find it. I understand.
I tried to steal it like 3 or 4 times. But
It's
yeah,
just that I like to see a little bit of unique stuff because when you run campaigns like this, every wizard's going to end up with these items. Every fighter's going to end up with, and it just I like to see the uniqueness in them because we see unique personalities in all of our characters every campaign, and it's just nice to see that new flavor in the magic as well.
yeah.
And Greg, on your combat, I ran into this with my guys because we played same thing. We played a really long campaign, and they started really kicking the shit out of stuff.
Yeah.
And I started to, you're never supposed to be the DM versus the party.
Right.
But I started to cheat a lot while we were in battles. Like I would, the days before the camp or the night we played, I'd go through and I'd bump all the stats for monsters. I'd give them like 1 or 2 better AC or an extra attack or more hit points and stuff, and just things like that. And I think it made the combat quite a bit more challenging, but then of course you run into the issue of dragging out, the combat becomes so much longer, but it also made the combat way more challenging. I mean, there was one section we were in where I would not let these guys take a rest at all. They were just stuck down in this Yanti area. And I think we were down there for like 3 weeks in a row, and they couldn't use anything. And they got into this situation in the end where I was like, oh shit, this is going to be a TPK. And frickin' Bailey talked her way out of it, and she got them out of the combat without combat, and they escaped. And I was like, well, there you go, see.
Yeah, I had nothing left but cantrips at that point, so I figured that what's the worst that can happen? We die or we get out.
So
That's how I felt in this fight tonight.
the you may not all know this, but since level 14 or 15, every monster has had max HP. I just clicked the button and had everybody have max HP, and so yeah.
Well, it's really 5e it's not built there. The monsters are not built to go past level 15 characters.
Yeah.
I agree.
So
Yeah,
what?
they're
How many hit
way
points did
weak.
Kyuss have?
1,000.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, but he resisted half of the damage types. You couldn't do any spells against him.
Yeah.
So
Well,
his
he took. He did like I figured he was going to take full damage from radiant,
right.
and that's the reason why I made. After I threw my first star and I saw he take it, and I'm like, okay, so I'll drop Hallow and make him vulnerable to it, so
Yeah.
we
Awesome.
could do it. And because I knew the paladin could drop the hurt bombs on him too.
Right. And the only way you can do that is with a wish spell, right? Because it's a 24-hour casting
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's awesome. And he was regenerating too, so I'm sure you saw that, but he'd regenerate every
30 points.
every round. Unless you did psychic damage to him, but nobody did any psychic damage.
Oh, I could have done that with freaking synaptic static if you fail to save.
Yeah, yep. So that was my challenge. That was my big challenge, and it'll be my challenge next campaign too. So we'll see kind of how it goes.
But I
Next one,
truly,
go.
What's that?
I just want to reiterate, Greg, that up through the campaign, up through and going into Greyhawk, was probably the most fun I've had in a D&D campaign in 20 some years.
That's awesome, man. Great.